Welcome to learning how to knit in less than 10 minutes. Today I am going to complete the hat that I started, and I'm going to show you how to do the top portion so that it is fully completed. So as I mentioned in my previous video, that for a child you cast on 30, for an infant you cast on 30 stitches, for a child it's 60, for an average female it's 90, and for an average male it's 110 stitches. So once you have those cast on, then on a circular needle, what I do is the first round I just do a basic knit so that I know that none of my stitches, I haven't lost any stitches, or none of them are twisted, or there's any other issues that I need to resolve. So I do that, and then I start my pattern. So for this particular hat, what I did is that I did a rib pattern first. So if you could see, I have a lot more knits and then only two purls, and then I continued on that pattern. And then I did my plaited cable pattern at the top. Now this is a female hat, so I have 9 stitches. Now for a female, the height before you start decreasing should be about 7 and 3/4 to 7.5 inches. So mine currently is 7.5 inches, as I'm going to show you. So if you look here, it's roughly about 7.5. So once you've reached your height for your hat, what you would do is start decreasing. You would need place markers at this point. So when the first row, after you finish your pattern, I would knit, and every 10 stitches I would put in a place marker. So let's do that. So I am right here. Okay, so I am going to start off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and now I'm going to put in my place marker, and then I'm going to go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and put my place marker. So you would pretty much do this the first round, and then the second round you would start decreasing. So the second round is the decrease round. Once you put your place markers in for every 10 stitches, and then I'll be back. Okay, so what I've done now is put a place marker in after every 10 stitches. Now in some cases, when you come to the last few stitches, you might not have the full 10. Like for example, I have an extra 4 stitches right here. I have an extra 4 stitches, so that's okay. The last particular row might not be a full 10, and we could work with that, so that should be totally fine. So what you do is that once you've done your 10, you will now start knitting, but this will be your decrease row. So this is row 2, and your row 2 is a decrease row. So what you will do is knit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these are the last 2 stitches before my place marker. So what I'm going to do is knit these 2 together. So here we go. Knitted these 2 together, and then I move my place marker to my other needle, and then I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and my last 2 stitches I am going to knit together. And I'm going to continue on this pattern, or this decrease until my row is finished. And then row 3 would be a complete knit. So no decreases, just a complete knit. So I'm going to continue on. And the last few stitches that you have, that might not be a full 10, you would still do the decrease just before your place marker. So I had basically put a place marker in just before I started, like in the beginning of that new row. I put a place marker and then I started my 10 counts and placing my place marker that way. So that's why I knew that just before the beginning of my next row, I have only 4 stitches rather than the full 10. That's okay. So I'm almost finished my row. So as you can see, this is my last 10 stitches, and then I have only 4, so what I'm going to do is knit 2 and decrease 2, simply because these are the last 2 before my place marker. And now I am going to knit completely. I'm not going to move my place markers, I'm going to keep them there, so I'm going to still bring them along even though I'm knitting completely, because row 5 would be another decrease row. So you would again knit, you would then knit 2, 4, 6, 7. You would knit 7 and then decrease the 2. So that would be row 5. So right now we're doing row 4, which is a complete knit. So once we finish this, we are going to start another row of decrease. And if you like the videos, don't forget to subscribe to Rena Knits. Till next time.